Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I would like to talk about the year of 2024 for the company Baker Tilly International. It is a consulting and public accounting firm. Um, it is a British company, um, but it has a lot of um, subsidiaries. Uh, Sorry, I shouldn't say subsidiaries. They actually operate in a lot of regions, including Asia Pacific, Europe, Middle East and Africa, Latin America, and North America. So, yeah, basically, this is a very huge company. And before I start the spread, when I meditate, I saw two visions. The, the two visions are the first one is I saw the grapes, the grapes for the wine business. Um, at first, I only saw one, and then I saw a whole bunch of them. So, and then I saw a snail, the shell of a snail. It is in black color. Um, it took me some time to figure out what kind of um, shell is that, because it looks like a seashell, but then I feel like it's more like a snail. Um, Looks like a logo of some sort. But anyway, I think there is a message which is about the speed. Um, I think the company, it can be one of their approach to do business, or it can be something directly related to maybe the wine business, the fruit business, or the seafood, something about the ocean. But I tend to think they mean that the progress of achieving the target can be slow, but when they put the seed into the soil, it will grow, it will bear fruit, it will expand. Think about the grapes. When the grapes are being used to make the wines, to brew the wines, it takes quite some time. It's not immediate. And then the snail. Well, everybody knows that the snail is one of the most slowest moving creature on the earth. But they do have very intuitive antennas. Can this be representing Baker Tilly as a company? They might have a very, can I say, niche, or maybe the intuition about where the market is going and what customers need actually. Yeah, so basically, I think it is about the speed, it is about bearing fruit, it is about stability, the stability to cultivate the business, or they assist the customers to create the stability to cultivate and to expand the business. expanding the ideas from scratch and slowly cultivate it. And I feel like there's a sense of stability that this company is trying to maintain. And they honor the stability because they believe that the stability can, expand the company's business and also the client's business. Can be they can be able to provide a roadmap, step-by-step procedures to expand. This can also be one of the major approaches that they use for approaching these customers and giving them the assistance that they need. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the spread. Six of Wands energy before the year of 2024. There were victories for Baker Tilly International. They also gained the followers. So probably they have been doing the right thing in certain ways within their expertise, so that they created a good reputation where people would follow, the other companies would follow, would copy them. Yeah, it is also about movement. So Six of Wands energy is about movement. It's possible that they're trying to bring their expertise to more than one locations. So we already know that because it is an international company. So they have their footprints all over the world. So it's nothing special. But I do believe that they have done something good, so that people follow them. So right now, the Seven of Pentacles represents that they are in the state of reflection, contemplation, or actually they're waiting for something to manifest. But more likely, I think it is about reflecting the past and thinking about what they have been doing, and analyzing whether the results are good enough or not. So Page of Wands on top. Page of Wands usually it means news. Quite often it also means job opportunities. So I feel like they have the tendency to modify, to improve the job prospects. I would say modify, because I am not sure if they gonna totally expand the number of employees in general or not, because the end is the magician. So I think they might try to transfer employees from this department to another department, so it won't feel like it's a layoff or something, because they do have their new ambitions. The Knight of Wands on top of the spread, it is about new adventures. It is about initiatives. It is about movement. It's not necessarily to be some kind of things that will definitely bear fruit, because the Seven of Pentacles at the beginning, it describes a situation where the firm is actually trying to reflect, and they do have the intention to expand somehow. Expand towards what? Maybe they have plans to do something new, that is experimental, that is a little bit different from what they have been doing. But there is risk, because Knight of Wands the, this energy will go into territories that are kind of maybe unknown to some of the other people or companies. So it is a little bit risky, but they have the passion to actually pursue it. Three of Wands at the bottom means happiness, celebrations, mutual partnerships, cooperations. In this case, I would refer or correlate the Six of Wands energy and the Three of Cups energy because both cards there are three. So three parties, three sides, three continents. This actually means the foundation is about the harmony in working with each other, creating a place where everybody's opinions are being valued. So I think this can be the root and the foundation of Baker Tilly International. So they're trying to gather people together and, to work with each other. So I believe the harmony is crucial, is the quintessential thing for this company to thrive. It is what it believes. The Justice card in the recent future, it represents adjustment. So the Page of Wands crossing the Seven of Pentacles, I believe that they are trying to figure out something about the jobs within the company. They are reviewing various positions and thinking to modify them and readjust them somehow. Page of Wands can also mean there are new ideas that are being brought up to the company, and now they are thinking about these new ideas, and they understand, they have the vision about the value of these opinions and the changes that they would like to make in order to accommodate the situation. Page of Wands can also mean younger generations. So there might be significant impacts that are being brought up by younger generations within the company, or actually younger generations in the collective consciousness, whatever you want to say it. But the younger, the youthfulness, the youthful energies, they are creating a change within Baker Tilly. So they honor that. They honor the new things. That's why they will change and they will readjust the situation. Justice can also be related to legal matters. It can be related to the law. So will there be labor laws and regional adaptation of the laws, the legal side of things? Those can also be prominent because I think geographic matters, geopolitics, they can all come into play. Knowing that the company has footprints in different continents. So one of the key things is to keep the collaboration peacefully and harmoniously. But because of the locations, I think there are times that they have to focus on juggling between the laws and the differences between different continents and regions, and figuring out how to still work together for the greater good in a lawful way. Um, Five of Wands energy means that there are conflicts. There are conflicts. Um, I think these kind of conflicts, they can be, I believe that it's not very negative because I don't see a lot of negative energy in the spread. I think these are, you know, creative expressions being shared, but different branches, different people, different departments, they tend to have a tendency to go to different directions because each of them has their own ideas and ideology to defend. So in this case, it is very important to remember the fact that everybody has to be respected, at least when discussions are being brought up. People should be allowed to complete what they have to say about the situation, but not being suppressed in any ways. And then when everybody has finished their their speech, their findings, their presentations, there comes the Four of Wands energy, which is to solidify the situation where everybody feels safe and feels supported. So this is the thing, because to cultivate the Three of Cups energy is not only about happiness and celebrations. People have to feel being supported. So, and the Four of Wands energy, it can be related to the fourth house, which is ruled by Cancer. And this is about the nurturing energy, the feminine energy. So I think this company will try their best to actually care about the emotional well-being of the employees, especially for this year, and make sure that they feel like they're emotionally being supported, so people feel happy and feel secured to express their concerns and also express their visions. Um, yeah, and they intend to create a supportive environment for the employees. Not only the employees, but their clients. Um, I think this company has a great gift in understanding the employees and also the clients, their emotions, because they believe that human emotions, they are crucial in manifesting prosperity and growth. They do believe that. That's why I believe that they use a lot of psychology in their management. I believe so. And they strive for a working environment where everyone feels supported and not being ignored. So I think this is true leadership, because this will actually help people from different places to come together and work towards a common goal. Um, and they will employ people who are having the visions to collaborate, but not just focusing on what I think is right. it is about the group. It is about the group mind. It is about the collective. And I think this company has a culture that goes beyond boundaries, beyond cultural boundaries. Um, and I think they are very smart and delicate in handling differences in cultures. They already know, um, the strength and probably the weakness of each region, each culture, each person, and so that they can cultivate and manage the company uh, in a way that synergy can be achieved. Um, uh, I have said a lot of positive things, but as I say, there are always negative things. When everything is about harmony, when everything is about um, accept and how can I explain it? Everything has a downside. In certain situations, sometimes it needs more patience. Sometimes it needs forces. Sometimes the truth has to be revealed. Um, I'm not saying the truth is totally being hidden, but there are possibilities. Um, anyway, the King of Wands energy after the Four of Wands means that they are passionately working towards something. Um, and they would like to use their concrete, stable foundation and support to continue manifesting what the clients are passionate to manifest, and the company itself is passionate to manifest. I see this as a very good sign. Now, back to the negative aspect. Why I will bring that up? Because I see the magician energy at the end of the spread. Magician energy, the good side is about the ability to create something out of nothing. The negative side is about trickster energy, not telling the truth, sugarcoating things to make it better than it sounds. I mean, to make it sound better than it is. So magician is about these kind of qualities. Um, so I tend to think that the communication side, maybe it has to be more precise. Even though sometimes news can be good, can be bad, and they try to not scare people. That's what I want to say. They try to not scare people, but sometimes, you know, when there's a fire, the alarm has to be an alarm. It cannot be a, you know, the four L's of Beethoven, right? So I think that there's a little bit of thread that the company would try to sugarcoat things a little bit. But I see their point because they acknowledge the importance of human emotions and how that will contribute to success and failures. But still, it is worth to be mentioned to not overdo it when, especially during the consultation process. Um, because the page wants energy, I believe that there are news that will come up, probably not only about the company itself, it is about the global situation where it is so obviously need to be dealt with. And if the people within the company, um, if they try to kind of sugarcoat, then it's not gonna turn out well in the long term. And I sort of feel like the company knows. That's why they will try to readjust their approach to be more balanced in general. But I believe that they're not gonna do it in a manner that is very obviously different from before, because the magician energy is about, turning something into something. So so that it looks like, whoa, it's kind of magical, right? Um, um, I see it as very clever, but at the same time, you know, some people they know, some people they know things, and they will feel like, whoa, okay, you you're trying to do this, but we actually know. Maybe not a lot of people, but some people they will know. Oh, it obviously it doesn't work, so they kind of change their, you know, they change their approach or whatever. Um, the the good side is I believe this company has a lot of flexibilities. This is one of the strengths, and they do have the foundation and stability to support that flexibility. Um, but as I said, everything has a downside. For clients who look for um, very, very long term prospects, they might have some issues um, about the way that the business is being operated. I don't see it as a really big problem for the company. I just think more traditional um, oriented businesses, um, if those businesses are the clients of these companies, they might or might not appreciate the magician energy. Because traditional businesses, they most of the time they look for stability, um, and what they want to cultivate. Many of them, especially for traditional ones, they want to keep the traditions and uh, keep the legacy. Um, but for the energy of Baker Tilly, for traditional companies to work with them, sometimes um, it can be a little bit insecure. I don't know about the past, but especially for this year, because the magician energy, it has some risks for for traditional clients because of the change and readjustments, and probably the company itself will not address the change and adjustment in a way that is very direct. It can be some problems for some clients. So if there is no Five of Wands energy, I won't put too much emphasis on the magician, but because there is the Five of Wands energy, I have to, um, you know, uh, have to address these possibilities that maybe in certain occasions it depends. Some people they they know that things are not always perfect, and if you give them a rosy glasses to to look at things, one way or the other they're gonna find out. So then it can be not good for the reputation in general. um, it depends on how much knowledge the company has about the clients, and I mean not only on a business level, but on a personal level, um, how they would respond to maybe negative news, and how to guide the clients to thrive amid the uh, you know even though the news are not positive, how can the clients still be guided to a positive directions. So this can be a very complicated and delicate matter that Baker Tilly has to continue to deal with. Um, I think they have a lot of good qualities in dealing with clients. Um, but I think the transparency can be cultivated further somehow. Uh, as I said, it depends on the nature and the character of the business they are dealing with, and the clients they are dealing with. Um, but I believe that Baker Tilly has the ability to understand this because they are very flexible. They it's easy for them to understand customers' needs. Um, yeah, I think the only relatively big concern is about the justice card. It can mean legal issues, and also maybe the labor laws, something like that, and it can be kind of well, can be kind of tricky because when a company is dealing with all kinds of businesses around the globe, then they have to be smart about maneuvering in between different regions and be you know um, just still able to collaborate among different regions, even though they have different laws and uh, different issues. So I think that it's gonna continue to be kind of a little bit tricky um, as far as things work out, and it's gonna be fine. Um, I don't mean to always say tricky, because the good side is being flexible and being smart. They do need to be smart because of the continents they are working in. So when geopolitics is prominent, then there can be a huge impact to their business model, right? So I think they understand this issue. Probably a Five of Wands energy is addressing the conflicts among different regions, because those are ever-changing situations and constantly need to be reviewed and need to be adjusted. In this case, I do believe that they have the muscles to keep themselves flexible. But I think they also need to know the fact that they need to have multiple plans when there are flare-ups among different regions where they have their businesses in. Um, so yeah, I think flexibility is one of the keys. And I think for the clients, I think, business relationship is not only about the company trying to help the clients, but the clients, they also have to understand the situations because of the geographic factors and geopolitics that this company might need to deal with. There are times that they have to be, like a magician. And this is one of their strengths. And yeah, I sort of feel like some of the local businesses, regional local businesses, they might have some concerns to work with Baker Tilly International because of the scale of the company. They might feel like the company is too far reaching because the footprint is so gigantic. Some regional, more traditional businesses, they're likely to opt for more traditional firms that are more focused on the local communities than to work with Baker Tilly International. But it can it can be a concern, or it can be just, it doesn't really matter too much because it depends on what the client base Baker Tilly is working towards and want to cultivate. So I think this is the general analysis for Baker Tilly International in the year of 2024. I appreciate your patience and thank you for watching. If you like the video, please consider liking. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. All the best. Bye.